Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you guys all had a great week. Jumping into week number 4 of our Bible study. Today I was doing my own little Bible study and I found one of my old notes from an old youth group that we had, and it was talking about opposition is validation. And so I want to read you Psalm 31 verses 1 through 4 real quick. And it's, "O Lord, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me, for you do what is right. Turn your ear to listen to me. Rescue me quickly. Be my rock of my protection, a fortress where I will be safe. You are my rock and my fortress, for the honor of your name leads me out of danger. Pull me from the trap of my enemies. Set me free, for I find protection in you alone." And going into 5, "I entrust my spirit into your hand. Rescue me, Lord, for you are a faithful God." And really just going over what is really stating is, for me, it's when we're talking about validation, opposition, is like we're going to have people who don't agree with us. We're going to have people who may say things about us because of our faith, preaching or talking about Christ. And it's something that a lot of people take to heart and they take it negatively. And this is just saying, like in this verse, and the reason I read this today was God's there for you. You might not have anybody else for you, but you will have God to listen to you, to help you in tough times, and to turn to if you need them. So it's just remembering that God is faithful. He does want the best for your life, and He's going to be there for no matter what. Now, going into like the little Bible study section that I had, it was really just going into several points. And it was, the first off is, we're going to be judged. You're going to be judged if you make a stand and say you are a Christian and that you follow Christ. People are going to judge you because there's a lot of people who aren't that way. And so again, they're going to judge you on how you are and how you walk. And so that's why it becomes super important, because one of my big notes that I have right here is there's people waiting to see how you react and how you carry yourself. It's right here. People are waiting to be saved based on how you walk your walk. And so if you're saying you're a Christian, but you're going out and doing all these things that aren't Christian-like, then how are these people who are saying, oh, well, Jacob says he's a Christian, but yet he's doing all these things that isn't in line with the Christian life? So that's my encouragement for you guys. If you are going to go out in your faith, again, we're going to fall, we're going to stumble, we're not perfect, because we're just human. But it's also just knowing that, people are watching you and people are going to feed off you. And if you're saying and stating out that you are a Christian, that people are going to be saved by your reaction and how you carry yourself and how you treat others. And so I think that's super important for you guys to think about while you're doing this walk with Christ. Now, when we're going into it as well, you have to be okay with standing alone. Point number 2, being okay with standing alone, because like I said, there are going to be times you are by yourself. Just even out here, there's not a lot of people that are 23, 24, 25, and the young adult they're hardcore Christians there. They believe in Christ, that most of them want to go drink and do whatever, and that's okay. Like, that's their choice. But for me to carry myself on a higher standard where I don't want to do that, it can be lonely at times. And that's where I read that passage, knowing that you have Christ with you at all times and that you have His ear to turn to if you guys ever need it. So that's one thing I want you guys to think about all the time. And then also being able to count the cost every day. Waking up and remembering Christ gave His life for us. And that's what's going to help you stay on your journey, because a lot of times we're going to be selfish, we're going to think about us. But if you start your day every single day and think about what Christ did on that cross and the reason we go to church and the reason we believe, it's going to help you stay more grounded and more rooted in your faith. So that's one thing I want you guys to also put into practice. And then the last thing I really wanted to state, let me find it, is right here. Is Christ was all about relationships. And so many times we're like, oh, the Christian words say this, the Christians, the rules are this is a sin. And again, the sins and there are rules that Christ stated throughout the Bible. But what I want you guys to really, really understand is it was relationship. Christ taught relationship, not religion. He would go sit with people that nobody else would sit with to talk to them, to show love. And that's what I always tell people, Christ was love. And so I want you guys to remember that in this walk with Christ, it's a relationship. It's not a religion. And when you are going and talking with other people, like I'm never going to push my religion on other people. I'm putting it on Facebook, and people can watch it if they want, and if they don't want to, they don't have to. But just knowing that this is a relationship, Jesus doesn't teach it. Religion, he just teaches relationship. You have to just know that it's a walk, it's a give and take, and that's also going to be when you are with other people in this life. And then the last part is just putting down your past. So many times we're caught up in what we did back in the old days before we were Christians, or even yesterday. Like we can still be following Christ, and we can still be in our walk with Christ, and we fell down yesterday. But if you focus on it, again, if you focus on the past, it's going to lead to depression. So don't ever focus on the past. Know that it happened. Know the place you used to be. Like my past and how I find Christ is there's a whole story around it. But I can't focus on the old me, because if I did, I'd always be depressed. I want to be who I wanted to be instead of focusing on who I am now and where I can be with Christ in my walk. So that's Bible study number 4, you guys. I hope you guys got something out of it. Please comment and like this video. Comment what you guys are struggling with, or what you guys would like me to go over, or also just some of the takeaways you guys got from today's Bible study. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today's video. Hope you guys have a great week.